It's Gorman in the Morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning on Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Tuesday morning. It's July the 22nd. I'm very happy to be with you, along with, of course, Paul Fletcher.
Oh, hello there.
Ryder.
If you haven't done your makeup, do your makeup now.
Makeup now.
Oh, yeah.
That's
You've
it.
been warned. Makeup now, boys.
I never leave the house without making sure I look like $100.
That's not as much money as you think it is.
110 on a good day. Make no mistake about it. I'm feeling Minnesota this early in the morning, Paul Fletcher, so why don't you get us started with some headlines?
All right, let's do it. Minnesota State Senator Nicole Mitchell will resign from the legislature by August 4th. Mitchell wants time to wrap up legislative work and help her staff transition. Mitchell was convicted Friday of 2 counts of burglary after breaking into her stepmother's Detroit Lakes home in April of 2024. She was found in the basement wearing black and carrying burglary tools. Mitchell initially claimed she was retrieving personal items belonging to her late father, but later testified she was checking on her stepmother, who has Alzheimer's. Neither of those really check out.
A really wild story, but boy, once I saw that video of her dressed like a cat burglar from a 1960s sitcom, I was like, oh yeah, this is good stuff. Yeah, August 4th, seriously, what's the rush? Just hang on for another few months, why don't you? You've been convicted of burglary.
Yeah.
Leave.
Yeah, bye.
That's me.
Yeah, agreed. The Office of Cannabis Management is preparing for second retail license lottery. 75 cannabis businesses in Minnesota will be selected for retail licenses Tuesday. I believe that's this coming Tuesday in the state's second lottery. The Office of Cannabis Management's Jim Walker says retailers awarded this license will be able to sell cannabis plants, seedlings, buy cannabis products from other licensed businesses, then resell them, and a bunch more. He says social equity applicants rejected in the first lottery will be competing with general applicants for this round. The numbers of the winners will be picked using a Smart Play digital lottery drawing system. And actually, I believe it's today that it goes down.
I was going to say, for all the stoners in the room, today is the day. Don't sleep on it.
Yeah. Don't sleep on it. Malcolm Jamal Warner, most known for his role as Theodore Huxtable on The Cosby Show, died at the age of 54, so young. And what's being said is an accidental drowning in Costa Rica, according to authorities. He was pulled out to sea by a current while swimming at Playa Cockles and later found unresponsive. He recently hosted a podcast called Not All Hood. He kept his family life pretty private, but leaves behind a wife and daughter. And I think we've got some of his best work,
Here's
right?
the Theo we know and love.
Yeah.
Son,
Hey, I know
you know what?
what you're gonna say, and it's under control. So, no problem.
Right. How do you expect to get into college with grades like this?
See, I'm not going to college.
Damn right.
I am gonna get through high school, and then get a job like regular people.
Regular people?
Yeah, you know, who work in the gas station, drive a bus, something like that.
So what you're saying is your mother and I shouldn't care if you get D's because you don't need good grades to be regular people.
Right.
Very much ahead of his time, because now he'd just be saying, I'd get a job in the trades and making six figures.
Yeah, it's the logic checks out.
Unquantifiable impact on black men of our and recent and right behind me generations. To see a character like that, those kids, guys I went to college with, the love they had for that character. I mean, it's a lifelong. First time they ever saw a kid like that on TV.
Sure.
Really, really, really huge impact. And from all accounts, just a great guy.
Yeah.
My buddy David Ryan Harris, who's played guitar for John Mayer's band for years and has his own wonderful solo career, posted something on Instagram, which I won't read to you, but just that very thing, a theme. And I remember as a college student discussing that show and what those characters meant to my friends. You know, when you've seen yourself on TV for the first time in a character like that, really, really, really impactful. That's a terrible loss.
Absolutely. And you know what? I would add to this by saying, I was white suburbia, as white as it gets.
Yeah.
But we watched The Cosby Show religiously, and we didn't think anything of it. You know what I mean? Which is, I think, a good, like, a feather in their cap. The fact that we're not sitting there going, "Wow, we're watching a bunch of black people." You know what I mean? It's great. A film titled Back to the Beginning, Ozzy's Final Bow will release in theaters early 2026. The 100-minute concert film will document the band's sold-out stadium show in Birmingham and will be a distilled version of the epic all-day event held at Villa Park. The film promises thunderous performances of War Pigs, Iron Man, and a show-stopping Paranoid, providing a deeply personal and electrifying farewell from the godfather of metal. After the theatrical release in early of 2026, a physical product of the film will be available later in the year. More details on that rollout.
Right on. I imagine Sharon Osbourne watching that concert, taking notes for the film. This won't make it. This won't make it. Turn that camera off him. I don't want to hear his words. Get away from me. Don't interview him. Oh, man, it'd be fantastic.
You know what else is coming soon? To celebrate the 45th anniversary of Pac-Man and make a few bucks along the way, a special edition of the Atari 2600 Plus gaming system will be released in October. The bold Pac-Man yellow console features illuminated ghost icons and matching wireless joysticks. It also includes a double feature cartridge with both the original Pac-Man 2600 game and an arcade-style Pac-Man 7800. Pre-orders for the bundles, priced at $170, open July 23rd.
Wow, Ryder, I would have thought for that story you'd pull up the Buckner and Garcia hit Pac-Man Fever from 1982.
I didn't have that one at the ready.
Oh, what?
Sorry. Oh man,
sorry.
you guys weren't around for Pac-Man Fever riding up the charts? Come on.
I think in case there are younger buyers of this system, they should come with instructions on how to blow out a cartridge.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
To get it to work correctly. Just in case.
I was into video games until when they were cartridges, I was cool. Once they went to like CD-ROMs, I was like, all right, I'm tapping out. This is too complicated. The old Sega 94 hockey was still a cartridge. I could get, Sonic the Hedgehog cartridge. I was down. But once they went to the CDs, forget it.
Remember when the ambulance would come on the ice for those hockey players?
Come on, man.
It's so great.
Fantastic.
Metallica's All Within My Hands Foundation is a foundation, I guess, for lack of better words, that provides scholarships and support to community college students pursuing careers in technical education. Well, they've announced that their Metallica Scholars Initiative has expanded to 75 colleges. I don't know what they were at before, but 15 new schools, so I guess they were at 60, will each receive $75,000 to enhance their career and technical education programs. So good on Metallica.
Yeah, right on.
Sure.
Yeah,
that's great work.
Paying it forward, man. It's awesome.
Fantastic.
You're not obligated to do these things, but I feel like you should when you're in a spot like they are.
Mm-hmm.
This is awesome. Oh my God, I love this story. The Alamo Visitor Center and Museum has acquired the original stunt bicycle used in the 85 film Pee-wee's Big Adventure. If you remember, earlier this year, the bike was sold at auction for $125,000 to a private collector. Well, in an Instagram post, the Alamo announced the iconic red bike will permanently be displayed when the museum opens in fall of 2027, coinciding with the film's 40th anniversary.
Fantastic.
Prior to the museum's debut, the Alamo will host a limited time showing of the bike and a free public screening of the movie. The Alamo assured fans that the bike will be safely stored until its public debut, joking it may be, quote, in the basement.
I'm all for Pee-wee's bicycle being displayed at the Alamo. I would rather there be a statue of Ozzy Osbourne urinating on the Alamo, but that's just me. I mean, if you're talking about historic moments in the Alamo's history of the 20th century, that's the two that come to mind.
Did he get pardoned for that? I think he got an official pardon.
Yeah. After a while, they're like, sorry, man, come back. Really? Our bad.
Texas loves you.
Everybody loves Ozzy.
This is fantastic. The minor league baseball team, the Joliet Slammers, are partnering with Pabst for a hot dog event. They will attempt the world record for the most hot dogs dropped by helicopter in 1 hour to celebrate the beer maker's newest release, Pabst Light. The team will be dropping 2,600 packaged hot dogs for fans to enjoy in between innings. They're calling it the Wiener Drop, and it goes down tonight when the Slammers take on the Gateway Grizzlies.
Oh, man. I wish they could drop Pabst Light from a helicopter. That'd be pretty freaking sweet.
So would they call that in swimming the Red Ribbon second, right? They should call it Pabst Red Ribbon. Second place beer.
That's fair.
Absolutely.
Light. Just saying.
That's I just have hot dogs dropped on you. It sounds like a good time tonight. Have fun.
Let's talk about some other baseball. Last night, the Minnesota Twins in Los Angeles at Chavez Ravine against the Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani, who did not pitch all last season, is back on the hill this year. And he started for the Dodgers, and he met Byron Buxton to start the game, and this happened.
As Buxton is swinging a drive into left center field and deep. Back it goes. It is gone. Another leadoff home run. And a Southern California buck truck sighting here at Dodger Stadium. It is 1-0 Twins.
Yeah, feeling good.
Nice.
I believe that was the first time Ohtani's given up a home run in 2 years. I mean, he didn't pitch last year, but it was 2 years ago to the same day.
Wow.
And so, again, Shohei Ohtani, a great pitcher and an incredibly terrifying batter. He is this year, he's the first thing since Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
A pitching, hitting monster. That pissed him off.
Yeah.
So he came up in the bottom of the first.
Hitting the ball in the air to center field. The starting pitcher hits a monster home run.
And he hit a 2-run home run.
Not fun.
To go ahead and put the Dodgers ahead, and they did not relinquish that lead. Carlos Correa went 0 for 5, but in his final at-bat, the final at-bat of the game, he came about 1 foot short of hitting a game-tying 3-run home run. Oh, that was tough. And boy, did the Dodger fans let him hear it. They still, every time he comes up to bat, they're chanting cheater, cheater because of the Astros 2017 thing.
Wow.
They hate Correa in L.A. My goodness, they really do. The Minnesota Vikings start camp tomorrow, as do, well, most teams. Rookies are already there. The rest of the guys are going to show up. That runs till August 20th. 14 wins last year, as everybody does remember. But, boy, they committed $350 million in cash to this year's roster, and they have really, really beefed up that defensive front. They're going to be a problem as long as J.J. McCarthy is just better than average.
Okay.
He doesn't have to be a top 10 quarterback,
Right.
but if he's a 10 to 12, 13, if he's one of those second-tier quarterbacks this year, which is going to ask a lot of a kid who's never played a snap in the NFL, this team's going to be pretty serious. Fun fact, Ryder, I've been looking around at a lot of preseason prognosticators' thoughts.
Don't say it.
They're bullish on your Lions, despite the fact that they are missing an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
They
Man.
promoted from within, which is always a dicey proposition. However, but the talent on that team, very thick. I think you're going to have fun this year. I had to say it. I had to say it.
I think the
No,
Vikings
I'm
are going to
just
have fun this
cringing.
year.
I'm looking forward to Monday night, September 8th, when I, like everyone else, will wildly overreact to the first game of the season and J.J. McCarthy's performance. Can't wait. We're going to go to Chicago on Monday night, and I will base everything I feel about that one performance from J.J. McCarthy.
He'll be all right.
There's nothing better than overreacting for 17 straight games to the NFL. Huntington, Wisconsin. Good to have you with us this morning. What's happening over in Huntington?
Hell yeah, Huntington.
Lots of outdoor stuff to do in Huntington.
Yeah,
I guess
I
they
would
got state parks and trails all over the place.
That totally checks
Active
out.
peeps.
That's what I would imagine.
Yeah, I
That's how
guess
I
so.
like to see it.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
This Thursday, Gorman in the morning, that would be us. We're going to head out to Unmapped Brewing Company in Minnetonka.
all right.
Yes.
How about that? How about a 5:30 p.m. hang with us at Unmapped Brewing? What else are you going to do on a Thursday at 5:30?
I'm hoping we get to be on the patio because it's a dog patio, so then everyone can bring their pups by.
Indoor,
Nice.
indoor is dog friendly as well. So
Well-
whether we're in or out, you can bring the puppies.
I can tell you there's one dog who won't make the trip. That would be Chauncey Gorman.
No?
No, too
No.
much excitement?
Too much excitement. No, you get him around that much beer. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, that many dogs? No, forget
Yeah.
it. No, he loses his mind. Unmapped Brewing Company, Minnetonka, Thursday, 5:30. Come out and hang out. It's going to be nice.
Yeah, come hang out with us. There's been rumors about maybe we'll have some free beers for a handful of people, so heads up on that. We'll, of course, bring
nice.
all our KQ gear with us. We usually have some fun tickets for stuff. So
Yeah.
you're trying to sneak on that boat cruise at the last minute. That might be a good opportunity.
Oh,
They got
hell
shuffleboard, too. They got shuffleboard. The indoor bar shuffleboard.
I like it.
It's a blast. I love that game.
Hey, listen, next time you're at the Taco Bell drive-thru,
Sure.
I'm looking at you,
Oh,
judging all of you.
Here's what could happen.
1,000 waters. After that.
Let me get a team member to help you. Let me know whenever you're ready.
Can I get the Rockstar Fruit Punch Refresca?
So what might have been kind of muffled in the background is a robot said, "Let me get a team member to help you."
That's right.
After he said 1,000 waters.
Yeah, our drive-through experiences now, they at least start with a robot a bot, an AI. Will you be using the app today? Or whatever they say. I stopped. I went through a McDonald's very early one morning just for the coffee, and that's what I heard. Will you be using the app today? And I was like, will I be using the app? No, I'm at the drive-thru. I was so like, I'm too old to use an app and a drive-thru window at the same time. But I said no, and then there was a pause. Yeah, go ahead with your order, man. And I was like, oh, I see what's happening. So now Taco Bell doing the same. They mostly are. They love the idea of just having you order to AI. And if you want to talk to a person, as you just heard, just say, I want 1,000 waters or 6 million burritos, no beans or whatever. And suddenly a person has to come and help you.
I like that.
Have either of you guys encountered, like Steve, I know you just talked about McDonald's. Has anybody gone through the drive-thru and ordered from a robot yet? I haven't.
I've not.
I refuse. Last week, Evan turned 9, and so we made a birthday exception, and we did McDonald's drive-through. I actually, hold
on. I got to. So McDonald's generally a no-no in the house.
I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say never, but it's not. It's an occasion. It's not a. It's not a regular thing. No.
Got it.
We just, they don't need that stuff.
Got it.
And so what I did what I've started doing that works is I just go silent.
Okay.
I'm going to be using the app today, because that's what it asks. I just, nothing. And then eventually they go, hey, can I take your order? Because they realize I'm not, So
there's no one there.
That's worked for me. I haven't used the 1,000 waters yet, but I just go silent. And then they, within, 10 seconds, they're on the horn.
See, if it was me, I'd think, there's a car there and there's no one in it.
Yeah.
Ghost car.
A ghost has come.
It's a Waymo.
My brother Dave used to mess with drive-through people back in the 80s. I mean, and he had an ingenious thing. He could do the thing where he spoke as if their microphone was acting up,
cutting out.
So he would. I'm going to use my button, but he would order. He'd say, "Yeah, give me a quarter pounder with cheese." And that's what it would sound like. He would just cut his own voice, and every time they would just go, "Sorry, sir, what's going on?" And then he would say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I just ordered it." And then he would do the same thing again, cutting out his own voice. He didn't have a lot of skills, but that one was formidable. I mean, it was always like, man, that's impressive.
It's just mean.
It was great.
16-year-old kid that doesn't have any idea what's going on.
Something I've been doing for years. When I call and I say, it says, hey, Steve, we've matched your phone number to your account. They know it's you. They use your name, and they'll say,
okay.
Just to send you to the right person, I immediately start saying representative.
Yes.
Representative.
Yep.
Representative. I don't care if it's an airline or the phone company or the the power company, whoever it is, I'm immediately like, human. I've been doing that forever. And then you realize, like, wait, this stuff's been around for way longer than you realize.
Yep.
But that's always the good one. Simply say representative. Another one, apparently, bots respond to profanity.
I was just going to say this.
If you blast out a few F words and a few MF words and a few FC words or whatever you want to say in a short span, the bot recognizes that you are an angry customer, and apparently it will put that human being on there real quick.
I've used that before as well.
And then I hope you turned right from the vinegar to the sugar. Hey, thanks for taking my call.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually point blank said it to one that a customer service rep that I got.
Mm-hmm.
I just said, I'm not angry. I was just using that to get to you. And she was like, oh, okay. And
wow.
So, yeah, it was all good.
All right. Fair enough. There's all sorts of things you see about, just hacks to get by in the world beyond representative. There's a few here. So there's certain people, they'll let you know, hey, I worked here and this is something you can do.
Oh, I love those hacks.
I've never heard this one. For if you like a latte or a cappuccino and you're going into your favorite coffee, purveyor.
Establishment, yeah.
Ask for a bone-dry cappuccino or a bone-dry latte. That means you get all foam and no milk, which makes for a super strong and frothy drink.
Interesting.
Sure.
Just because I've never heard of it, I want to see if that works.
I don't want foam in anything that's not beer, to be honest with you.
Okay, all right. Just something to think about.
And that one would require me ordering coffee, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, that's
Can't
not going
do
to
it?
work for me. Yeah.
What do you do? How do you wake up? We've talked about this, but I forgot. You're not a coffee drinker.
Just water, generally.
Really?
Yeah, I just hammer. I've got my giant thing here.
You don't slam down a Dr. Pepper at 5 a.m.?
Is it caffeinated water?
No. But oxygen, water has oxygen, and oxygen's good for the brain, and so I think it probably wakes me up.
Okay. What science teacher told you that bunch of crap?
Nobody.
Now.
Here's the thing. I don't do the coffee, and I don't want to hammer Diet Dew, and because Diet Dew is my go-to.
Okay.
And so I just, it's a hope and a prayer that the water works.
Fair enough. What are some hacks you know out there? We need help we need hack help. 651-989-ROCK. You can call in and or text. What have you had success with in the world of hacking, AI or otherwise? Customer service hacks, fast food hacks, whatever you got.
Sure.
This text just in from Vincent. Order fries without salt at McDonald's, and then they have to make you a fresh batch, but then there's no salt.
You know what?
Or as I call it, no flavor.
If you got the stomach to pull it off, ask for no salt, and then ask if they could give you a little salt.
Wow. Sure. Just salt on the side?
Yeah. See, that way, because you say you have to maintain a certain sodium content or something, that would get you fresh fries anyway.
I would imagine that's probably true. Well, you know what? Who cares? It's the guy.
Honestly,
the guy at McDonald's doesn't care.
He doesn't give a rip.
McDonald's fries that are not fresh, still pretty damn tasty.
Yeah.
Boy, I will say, not to get all, get off my porch, get off my lawn. Boy, back in the day, they were better when they still used to use like beef tallow to cook those things in or whatever it was. They made the big switch in the 90s and they said, instead of flavor, we'll just offer twice as many. And Americans were like, yeah! Boy, McDonald's fries used to be better. That's all I'm saying.
You are not wrong. They're still pretty damn good, though.
Here's one that I've been told works like a charm, and I found it to be true in a storage space I had, which is whatever subscription you have, when they raise the rate, just call in and say, hey, I'm canceling. This is ridiculous. This is too high. And just about everybody will go, well, we'll put you back at our introductory rate. They'll just give you the lower rate if you call up and complain. That works with cell phone companies. That works across the board. Or so I've been told. But with a storage locker, I got the thing after 6 months. They we're raising your rate by $11.99 a month. And I called and I was like, no, I'm moving out. And the guy's like, well, hold on a minute. I go, what the hell? I signed, and he said, we'll just give you the same rate. I said, okay, great, thanks.
I remember when that tactic worked on cable television.
Right. That's exactly right.
Nowadays, they tell you to go pound sand.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's transferable, right? So it used to be cable TV. Now I'm talking like internet or whatever it is. They won't do anything anymore. I've tried.
How about this? Wells Fargo, a bank of note, for all the times they keep ripping off their customers and having to pay giant sums of money to say sorry.
Sure.
Apparently, this is one. I worked for Wells Fargo doing customer service on mortgages. If you use these keywords, lawyer, media, or government, we are trained to escalate you immediately to the highest level of customer service.
Yes.
Wow.
Holy smokes. Yes. Write that one down. I'm going to open an account at Wells Fargo just to mess with them.
Yeah. You don't even need to say the swear words.
That's exactly right.
I did work at a call center at Wells Fargo for a little bit in downtown St. Paul in college. And it was swear words. And then there were a couple of things like I'm canceling all of my accounts and stuff like that. You could just bump that crap right up to a supervisor, which I freaking loved.
My greatest ever experience watching someone get the supervisor they needed was at O'Hare Airport years ago. Delayed, airport's packed, every flight's overbooked. It was a really long story, but I was standing next to an elderly guy at the time. He's probably my age now, but I was 40. He's probably 60, but he was like a businessman. Everything about him said big-time CEO type of dude who did not normally find himself in this situation. And he said to the gate agent, he goes, I need to see your supervisor. She goes, well, sir, I can help. And he goes, no, you can't. You need to get me a supervisor. And then she started to say something. He looked at her and he said, I've had 1 million miles on this airline since before you graduated, since before you started school. Find me a red jacket right now. That's what he said. And then a few minutes later, a guy comes walking up in a red jacket, and he looks at him. Before the red jacket can say the word, the elderly gentleman goes, no, someone else. And the guy and the red jacket dude looked at me and goes, you're not old enough. I need an adult. And I was standing there watching, and the guy turned around and walked away, and then someone else came back, and he did it again. No,
my God.
I'm not talking to you. I need your boss's boss right now. And they kept bringing people out till finally he would accept a conversation with somebody. And, man, they were bending over backwards because apparently he was a big enough deal within the airline that he had enough miles where they were just told, oh, my God, give this guy whatever he wants. It was awesome. I've never been more impressed with how cool somebody was in my life. And he was 100% right because they were screwing over a whole bunch of us.
Okay.
Well, we had all flown in from Europe, and they're like, sorry, all the flights are booked. Even though you have tickets, you can't. It was a Saturday. They told me they might be able to get me out on Monday. It was one of those.
So was he going to bat for himself, or was he going to bat for the flight?
No, he's actually going to bat for an elderly couple that had already flown in from Italy, and they were sitting there, and they had no recourse, and he was furious that they were being told, sorry, spring break, we're overbooked. And in fact, he did say at one point, the next person who says the word spring break to me, I give you my word, I'll have you fired.
Wow.
And everybody was so afraid of this guy. It was the greatest thing ever.
I like him going to bat for other people.
Yeah.
First, he was the jerk, but now I'm really on his
he
side.
was amazing.
Okay.
And we had a whole hang. He gave me his card. I lost it right away. I wish we were still friends.
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm with Ryder. When you were telling that story, I was like, you know what? Kick this guy out of the airport. But now that you're saying he's going to bat for others, that's pretty awesome.
That was a problem with my setup because he was the coolest dude I've ever met in my life. It was awesome. All right.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Opposites attract, but do they actually stick? That's always the question that's confused and bewildered most of us in relationships. A whole lot of people apparently think that their partner isn't actually their type, at least on paper. Ryder, do you and Mr. Ryder, do you guys agree on most? Do you have the same taste? Do you have the same flow of the day? Or are there a lot of things where you're like, well, how did I end up with this guy?
You know, the big things, like kind of our view on life, and we have a lot of similar interests. We're aligned, but then it's the little stuff where we kind of get off kilter. It's like I'm definitely a morning person. He is definitely a nighttime person. He's real into like spontaneous stuff. I'm like, dude, if we're going on a date, I need 24 hours notice, man. Like that sort of thing. Yeah. It's those kind of things that we get off balance.
We have very, very similar things. The idea of like planning, say, a vacation. I'm like, let's just get there and wing it. I mean, I can't stand I have such a romantic vibe on like, let's just hop in the car and go somewhere. Like, I love an unexpected crisis to manage and deal with and then have fun with, whatever it is. And Rosemary is a planner. Rosemary will read the instruction manual on a product we're replacing with the same product.
Oh, I don't go that far.
We love this coffee maker. Oh, but I broke it, so let's replace it with the exact same one. Yes. She'll get out the manual. Well, you never know. And I'm like, I've never read an instruction manual in my life until I've already messed it up and then have to go back and read it.
Yeah.
Right.
How about you and Spencer? Good? You guys aligned?
Yeah, for the most part, it's the same. I would say it's the same with Ryder and Mr. Ryder about like the big things we definitely align on. Mm-hmm. What's been interesting to me is how over the years we've traded places on things.
Sure, that'll happen.
You know what I mean? Like I used to be the guy who wanted parties all the time, social events, gatherings at our house, and she was like, now it's the other way around. Mm-hmm. And that's I would say that's the biggest one. She's come around on spicy food, which is nice.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, we used to be opposites there. Now we're just kind of aligned, which is nice.
We had an interesting thing. Early years of our relationship, I was gone over half the year. Yeah. I mean, and Rosemary would come out and be on the road for a bit. She'd come out for a week at most. If you're on a tour and you're not in the band, it's the most boring thing on the planet. So she would be like, well, where do you want me to come out? And I'd always go, I don't care. I'm in a hamster wheel. You pick the cities you want to see. Like, you come out. And so she would come, she'd come out, and then I'd go home for if you have a few days off, or then we have a week off. But there was always a getting ready to get home and then getting ready to leave. And it wasn't until years in where all of a sudden it was like, I'm going to be home for a year. Well, the first time that happened, it was like, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. Now we're really going to get to know how much we can't stand about each other. Because that whole thing of like, I'll see you next time, all that, we didn't realize how much of our relationship was, those elements really mattered. It was kind of like, the war bride, and then the dude comes home from the war and you're like,
Dude, now we're going to actually find out if we get along.
I don't miss you at all because we're here every day, all the time.
Right.
So it's been over the years, there's been some real adjustments, and then one day, then you go back on tour, and then that's really weird again. So we've had all this, but after 2013, that was my last like big time on the road for a year.
Okay.
And 14 and 15, even by that time we had kids, we had teenagers, and we'd been together forever, but those were really odd years. I mean, it took us a while, but then looking back, we were both like, yeah, that first couple years back was because not only was I back, but I knew I wasn't I'm not doing another tour like that. Yeah. I'm not going back out. There's not ever going to be a year where we have to plan the whole year in advance because of blah, blah, blah. I'm just here. Yeah, that was odd. And I was like, wow, you really do keep a quiet house. And I'm really loud. Holy crap, I had no idea.
You know what? I would say, not to get too mushy, but I would say those consistent inconsistencies make your guys' marriage even more impressive. Because that's like, you know, you've kind of been through a little bit everything, like together a lot, apart a lot, then together, you know.
Hey, man, like they say, denial just ain't a river in Egypt. You know what I mean?
I don't know that I do, but okay.
Yeah, you know, you just got the things that bug you. You're like, oh, it's fine, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
look the other way.
Huh. Really? Yeah, she doesn't like the sound I make when I crunch food, and that makes her crazy, and she has to run out of the room? Wow, I never knew.
Yes.
Go figure. It's Tuesday, July 22nd, which means we are 3 days away from a little something we call the Rock the Boat 80s Cruise.
Hell yeah.
Stillwater Riverboats, Friday night. Come on.
Oh,
Rocking the 80s. Don't be afraid to dress up. Costumes are not only appropriate, but encouraged.
All right.
Sure. And I mean, it's going to be real hot and sweaty, so if you want to get strategic with that costume, it might be a good time.
Thinking about just a straight up thong, nothing else.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
You?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
We need a little bit more than a birthday suit, but otherwise you're good to go.
Very nice. So we're going to play a game that will enable us to give away a couple of tickets. We're going to need some help from a listener momentarily. But first of all, this game is called WTF, Wisconsin, Texas, Florida.
Oh,
You're going to hear, as we all will now, 3 news stories. And then what we have to do is figure out where these stories took place. Was it Wisconsin? Was it Texas? Was it Florida? It doesn't have to be one from each. It could be all 3 from the same state. But you only have 3 options. WTF. This is Fletcher's version. He got a hold of his own masters, and now he's laying it on us.
All right. So the first story, some U.S. Marshals are after a guy for stealing sunglasses. A conspiracy plotted by a couple of knuckleheads. Check this out.
Investigators say he risked it all for a pair of expensive sunglasses, and now U.S. Marshals are looking for a man they say was part of an elaborate scheme to steal the shades.
After holding a woman up and ripping the glasses off of her face, Marshals say he then went on the run. Ashley Sears tells us where he may be hiding tonight.
He's not the type of person investigators say sees the world through rose-colored glasses.
He's not really concerned about the safety of others.
U.S. Marshals say Keyshawn Rittman was part of a shady scheme to steal from a woman.
This was actually a pre-planned conspiracy.
In late May, the victim got a text from a friend named Duday, asking to buy her $3,000 pink Cartier sunglasses.
The victim responded that they weren't for sale.
A day later, prosecutors say Rittman asked the woman for a ride. She agreed, and when she picked him up, Duday was also there.
Keyshawn opens the door, and as he's getting out, reaches around to the front where the victim is in the driver's seat, swipes the glasses off her face while he had the gun in his hand.
Investigators say Rittman and Duday ran away in between homes in the neighborhood with the $3,000 glasses. U.S. Marshals want this fugitive to see a bit more clearly so it can be case closed for everyone.
Closed for everyone. Good job with all the glasses puns there.
God, they had a whole field of writers, a team of writers coming up with those.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure that this woman was traumatized.
Yeah.
But U.S. Marshals seeking a guy that stole some sunglasses. It sounds like an A&E special on a serial killer.
Yeah, it does.
Good God.
Fair enough.
That's absurd.
All right.
I think they said $3,000 glasses, though.
Yeah,
Did
Cartier glasses.
What the hell? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Unreal.
I know where that one is. I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Number 2 is a guy, he was caught driving while intoxicated, and then he tried to pull a fast one, switcheroo in a different seat to try to throw off the officers.
A weekend arrest in Martin County shining new light on the problem of driving under the influence. Investigators say the suspect in this case, as you can see, tried to pretend he wasn't the one driving, even though he was the only person in the car. Ari Height has more on the arrest and the message the sheriff hopes it will send to other people.
The sheriff's office says this suspect gave a whole new meaning to the term, you snooze, you lose. In fact, they say in his case, he was only pretending to snooze, but they want you to know the charges against him are very real.
Sheriff's office.
This is video from over the weekend.
Sir.
Oh, knocking on the window?
Deputies say they spotted a man driving erratically and then watched as the man pulled over, moved to the passenger seat, and pretended to be asleep.
He's doing some good acting, that's for sure.
The deputy eventually got the door open, and the suspect woke up and was arrested for DUI.
I only got one and only one spanking from dear old dad when I was about 3, and I tried to avoid it this exact same way. I'm like, if I just run upstairs and go to bed, can I not get
sure.
That noise you heard at the end, that was him waking up.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Oh, yeah. He was just out cold.
Big fan.
Yeah, he fell asleep in 4 seconds or something. All right, the last one finds us with a guy that just decided he wanted to visit a mini golf course, if you will, after hours, and proceeded to get almost naked.
Caught on camera, a man accused of breaking into a mini golf facility, then stripping down and causing a mess. Thanks for watching NBC2. I'm Peter Bush. Samantha Romero is at the mini golf where it happened.
Deputies say a homeless man took the name Smuggler's Cove a little too literally, breaking into the adventure golf course, stealing ice cream bars, coupons, and even a sign.
Okay.
Go down.
Who else is with you? Who else is with you?
Nothing.
Just you by yourself? Solo?
Caught in the act, deputies say 38-year-old Francisco 14 Mayorga broke into this mini golf course, stole items, and walked around the business and stripped down to his underwear. Surveillance cameras caught him doing this, allegedly destroying a napkin dispenser and smashing a wooden gate. Deputies even say he used a fire extinguisher to force open a door.
It's ignorant.
Crafty.
You know, there's no reason to do things like that.
Deputies say they found Mayorga on the property. Mayorga is still in custody, facing several theft charges, but also for giving a false ID to a deputy.
That guy tried to steal coupons. I mean, think about it.
Cool, man. Not
he destroyed a napkin dispenser.
He was trying to wash his balls.
Right.
There you go.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
There you go. Sometimes the joke's just sitting there right on a tee. Even at the mini golf, they have a tee.
That's right. That's right.
All right, fair enough. So I'm imagining we have somebody ready to roll, ready to win some tickets to the cruise on Friday night. Let's get right to it. Who's on the horn?
Shauna in St. Paul has cracked the code.
Way to go.
Very, very nice. Okay, so we had 3 stories. First, the sunglasses thief took that $3,000 pair of Cartiers right off someone's face.
Yeah, now the U.S. Marshals are after him.
That's right, U.S. Marshals. Ryder, where do you think that happened?
$3,000 sunglasses. I'm saying it has to be Miami. I'm going to Florida on this one.
I am 100% in agreement. I'm saying FLA. Okay. So let's see. Shauna, where did the sunglasses story take place? Shauna? Florida, she says. Bang, bang, boom. We're in. Me and Ryder both got that one.
Nice work.
Yeah. All right. Next one.
Story number 2, the driver switching seats.
Yeah, he's being chased by cops, and he thought, well, I'll just pull over and get into the passenger seat, and everybody will think that I was sleeping.
Ryder?
This sounds like the passive-aggressive behavior of a Midwesterner. I am saying Wisconsin.
I mean, I do too, and I'd love to have a different thought, but that's exactly my feelings as well. Shauna, what do we got here?
Florida.
Oh!
Oh, no.
Come on!
Correct.
Ryder, I was right there with you. All right, final story.
The last one, we had a homeless guy got down to his skivvies, hanging out in mini golf and destroying the napkins. Shauna.
Now, hold on.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Ryder.
I'm not overthinking this one. If it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's got to be a duck, and the duck lives in Florida.
We're just 3 for 3. I also think Florida, and that would mean Fletcher went crazy and went 3 for 3 for Florida himself. Shauna, what's the answer?
Wisconsin.
Oh, no.
Come on.
Whatever.
Wow.
Shauna wins. Shauna's going on the boat.
That's right.
Right on, Shauna.
All that matters.
Yes.
We'll see you Friday night. Looking forward to it, Shauna. Well done.
Yep.
Shauna, congrats.
That's it, man.
We'll see you there.
Hang on.
She's like, don't let the door hit me. I'm out of here, man.
She's already, you know what? She's already making plans and trying to find it out. She's on Amazon right now looking for an outfit for Friday.
Exactly.
Costume.
Outstanding work right there. All right, there you have it.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the Morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Hey, tomorrow is Wednesday, but the day after that is Thursday.
Okay.
And Thursday at 5:30 p.m., why don't you join us, your buddies at KQ? We're going to be at Unmapped Brewing Company in Minnetonka, 5:30 p.m. Thursday, hanging out. I'm going to do a juggling act.
Oh, good.
Right.
Cool.
What are you going to chainsaws? Are you going to juggle chainsaws?
I juggle
Snowballs?
7 tennis balls at one time.
Really?
I don't catch them. I juggle them. It's a difference.
Okay.
No, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna bring out. I imagine there'll be some swag. There'll be a chance to win some tickets to things. There's gonna be. What else am I missing,
we're
Ryder?
mostly just hanging out and chit-chatting. And Unmapped invited us out. Said, hey, we hear you've been popping into places all over the metro. You should come check us out. So we're gonna do just that, and we hope that you join us.
Dog friendly.
Yes.
Bring the pooch.
And don't worry, Unmapped you can find it on the map. It's just look it up.
It's a misnomer.
That's an important distinction.
Looking very forward to that. Hope you can make it out, and we hope you can join us. How alike are you and your significant other? I mean, they say opposites attract. Is it true? Do do opposites last, or is it like magnets? You know, you're drawn together, but then you have that thing. You remember the magnets, and you get them close, and then they move away from each other, and then you go, I can't make it happen. What's the story with you? How different are you and your significant other?
Connect with us on the KQ Talk and Text line. 651-989-ROCK. That's 651-989-ROCK. 92 KQRS.
Oasis, they just wrapped up their 5th show in their hometown of Manchester. They did the 2 in Cardiff, now 5 in Manchester. Now come the London shows. That tour is just humongous. Did you see Liam Gallagher's comment before the last show in Manchester?
I did not. What was it?
Was it Kiss Cam related?
It was Kiss Cam related. He said, he stood up there and he said, don't worry, he said, hang on, I got the quote right here. He said, do we have any lovebirds in the house? Don't worry, we don't have any of that Coldplay, snidey, beep, beep, camera, beep, beep. It doesn't matter to us who you're mingling with, who you're tingling with, or who you're fingering with. That's none of our business. Have fun.
All right, then.
That's pretty good stuff.
Classic.
Who you're mingling with and who you're tingling with. I like that one.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good right off the cuff.
Mingling and tingling.
Oh, man. I have the one great thing about this Oasis tour is my social media feeds are just filled with old reels of their interviews.
Yes.
And they are the 2 funniest rock interviews of all time, and there's not a close third or fourth.
No. So
either
snarky.
one of those guys. My God.
I need to get on your algorithm.
Oh, my God. They are just nonstop, lights out, pure comic gold. It's weird to go, wow, that's the funniest 2 guys in rock history, and they're in the same band and they're brothers. Other than that, nothing in common between those 2.
Right.
Make no mistake about it. Nothing at all. But I'm happy to see them back together. Call me crazy.
Yeah.
I'm digging it. Time for the last word. I read an article the other day about Minnesota family businesses that have been around a long time.
Sure.
There was one they referenced, the Lieberman Companies, 1907. This family business now in its 4th generation of leadership. Started with coin-operated machines. They've expanded to jukeboxes and all kinds of interesting things. 4 full generations, 100+ years. And then I thought of the Nishiyama Onsen Kunkan in Japan.
Oh, naturally, of course.
That's the world's oldest hotel, which is also a family business.
Okay.
They've been welcoming guests since 705 A.D.
We had hotels in 705?
Not 1705. 705. 52 generations of the same family have been welcoming guests. They offer hot springs and traditional hospitality for over 1,300 years.
That's a pretty good run.
That's a good run for a family business.
Absolutely.
In case you forgot that we're a baby country.
Yeah.
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 705 AD, continuous service from the same family. Okay, then. Fair enough.
I didn't even realize bed and breakfasts went back that far. Like, I didn't realize we had hotels back
Hot
then.
springs and bed and breakfasts. Tomorrow on this very show, we're going to play a game called Beat the Jock. We're going to give away Rock the Boat tickets.
Yay.
Fletcher's already excited. Ryder's already excited, I should say. Fletcher, what's coming up next?
You know what? Nice cross-section of KQRS. Cranberries, Kings of Leon, Tears for Fears, just after 10. And I've got tickets for Modest Mouse and Flaming Lips.
Oh.
Plus commercial free just before noon.
Gorman in the morning is also Gorman on the go. Get the 92 KQRS app and stream live or catch the Gorman in the morning podcast anytime. 92 KQRS.